Peer review is a process used by some journals. The process improves the credibility of the articles because several experts in the field reviewed certain types of articles before publishing them. So how can we tell if the article was published in a journal that uses the peer review process? First, search a library database and check the peer-reviewed filter. You can find the limiter either right below the one search box, on the advanced search screen, or on the results page. This helps limit your results to peer-reviewed at the journal level. Here's a quick search where I have the peer-reviewed box checked. I'll click on Search. I'll click on the title of the second result, and then double check by clicking on the source of the article, which is the journal title. Here's the publication details for the journal Moleculars. You can see right at the bottom that this journal is peer-reviewed. Let's try another article. Click on the title of number 4. Then click on the source. This journal details come from Medline, and it doesn't tell you whether it is peer-reviewed or not. So I'll copy the title of the journal and then go back to the library's homepage, click on the Publications tab, pasting the journal title and search. Then I click on the journal title, and it tells me at the bottom that yes, it is a peer-reviewed journal. If you didn't find your articles through our library database, you can go to the journal's homepage directly. Simply Google the name of the journal, for example, JADA Journal, and then you can see usually that it's peer-reviewed journal from Wikipedia. In this case, Wikipedia is pretty reliable, but you can also go to the official homepage and look at the About page. Sometimes it's called Journals Aims and Scope, and you can do Control F to search for peer. As you can see, they do publish peer-reviewed article. After you have determined that the journal is peer-reviewed, you still have to look at the articles themselves. Not all article types in a peer-reviewed journal go through the process. For example, editorial, letters to the editors, news and book reviews do not undergo peer review process. When your teacher asks you to find peer review article, they usually are wanting you to find original research, case studies, or systemic reviews. In this issue of JADA, the articles in the section Articles are the ones that's mostly either case reports or research article, and they are labeled as such. Let's take a look at the PDF of this research article. Original research articles are usually labeled as article, research articles. In this case, it's labeled as investigation. These articles typically have the following parts: an abstract, which is a summary, introduction or background, methods, results, conclusions. At the end of the articles, it usually also have a long list of references, as well as tables and figures and illustrations. Let's look at another example. I'm clicking on the PDF full text. This article is a review article, so it's not a single original study, but it reviews multiple studies that have been published on the same topic. You can see that it has multiple authors, and you can see the authors' affiliations. There's also a publication trail to see when the article was received and when it was published. It has the abstract, introduction. Because it's a review article, it's slightly different. It does have tables, and at the bottom, it has a long list of references. To summarize, use the peer-reviewed filter on the library database. Click on the source to double-check, or use the Publication Search tab to search by the journal's title. You can also go directly to the journal's website and search the About page to find out whether it is peer-reviewed or not. Just remember, even on a peer-reviewed journal, some types of articles are not peer-reviewed, such as editorials and letters to the editor. Most often, your instructors want you to use research articles, and there are some features that you should look for. Not all the features will be present in every single article, but they usually do at least have an abstract and references. If you're not sure, ask your instructor or a librarian. Good luck.